so far you've been sounding really rational about everything. You feel like you're...
I always try to rationalize things. Yeah. That's like, I always overanalyze. I always try to rationalize. I just like to try and think logically.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel better, but it makes me feel smarter. I'll take it.
That's right. Okay, so let's see which chakras we need to pick up in relation to... Actually, we'll see whether it's chakras or conscious brain pathways, which is a priority. That's not a chakra. Figure 8 energy with tuning forks. Okay, so which combination? Small intestine. Small intestine, gallbladder. So small intestine is in the fire element in Chinese medicine. It's to do with love, joy, hate, you know, so a real imbalance with things being out of kilter. Yeah, gallbladder energy is about externalized frustration, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing that on the news constantly. People are really stressed. It's not coming out in the best human behavior.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They're both yang meridians, which is interesting. So they're both, you know, so the yin are the female meridians, the yang are the male. So it's externalized. You can feel it, you know. You're not hiding it. Yeah, okay. Feeling a little downtrodden. Okay, so which meridian? So small intestine or gallbladder? Oh no. Or, okay, so meridian, chakra, figure 8. Oh, we need to do a figure 8 combo on it. Okay. That's what showed up before. Okay. Okay, so face down, face up. No, so it's face up, it's about the future. It's in the... Okay. And we need to do both as 1 or as 2? As 2. Okay, so first we need to do the figure 8 here. Oh, centimetres, inches, feet apart, feet. So I need you down a little bit. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my extreme fear caused by unfamiliar experience into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively develop courage and an ability to forget myself. I will focus on helping others in emergency situations. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my extreme fear caused by unfamiliar experience into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively develop courage and an ability to forget myself. I will also focus on helping others in emergency situations. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my extreme fear caused by unfamiliar experience into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively develop courage and an ability to forget myself. I will also focus on helping others in emergency situations. Okay. In relation to the current climate around the world, trust and trust issues. And hold. About running away there, so we need to trust that the powers of be have our best interest at heart. We need to trust we're going to get through this. We need to trust that our economies are going to stay strong. Trust and trust issues. And hold. Let's check the conscious pathways. And hold. That's pretty good. See if problem solving is okay, but let's check when that depression, sadness, or despondency kicks in. And hold, yeah. So it's wanting to run away rather than thinking it through. We need to practice staying present. Being in denial and wanting to run away isn't going to help. Sadness, despondency, depression. And hold. Okay. So let's think about fear of failure. Fear of the failure of government, fear of the failure of our economies, fear of the failure to get this virus under control. And hold. Yeah, so just pure fear, threat, danger. So in our group energy, the flower essence that's showing up as Waratah, it's when we lose our ability to think in a crisis. It's an essence that can be for depression and suicidal tendencies, because our brain just shuts down and implodes and can't find solutions. Okay, big dose, 7 drops. I did a balance yesterday morning with a mask on, my cute little mask, and I couldn't take drops every time I did drops.
Oh, no.
She was so terrified. I thought, okay, wear the mask. Okay. Okay, so fear of failure. Any and all fears of failure associated with this moment in time. And hold. Beautiful. Fear of success.
What do I have to succeed in?
I know, I was just thinking that. Yeah. So we have to imagine paying our bills,
Okay.
getting through it without.
That sounds like a good thing.
It does sound, well, the fear of success. Yeah, so, well, I do wonder, because if this is, like, what do we see success being with the government? You know, some people want success to be shutting everything down and no one leaves their house for the next 3 to 6 months and hides from the virus. Is that success?
Not in my books.
Yeah, is success when we don't see any more new infections? But does that ever happen with the influenza each year? I know this is many times more contagious, but yes, and what's the success about this? Success would be getting through it without going into depression or anxiety or stress. Yeah, so feeling on top of it, knowing you're doing the best you can do. I think that's all we can do.
Sorry, didn't mean to make it harder.
No, fear of success.
I was just trying to figure out what to be scared of.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, there it is.
There it is.
At least I've got my answers now.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, blowing the base chakra, the fear of success.
That's going to keep making me giggle, I'm sorry.
Like, surely we don't want the success to just be getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not a very useful tool.
Simple survival isn't really much of an answer.
No, you've got to have the emotional connection to thriving and surviving through this, I think. And maybe that's it, energetically, you've already started to feel the stress, and we're right at the beginning, really, from what they're talking about. Fear of success. And hold. I just had a thought though. Your wedding's within 6 months. Has that been on your mind?
I'm pushing that off. Like, I'm actively choosing not to think about that, because what's relevant tomorrow isn't going to be relevant in 3 months or 6 months.
Yes.
When it's like 3 months out, or more primarily a month beforehand, I think that'll be more accurate as to whether or not the wedding still goes through or not.
Yeah.
Which I know is something other people have already had to face.
Hand on the navel. Okay. So within your memory centre, there's a real, the hippocampus, there's a real visceral gut reaction to what's going on. And you're quite empathic, so you really feel what other people are going through as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really should take a big media break. You know, I was on my computer doing paperwork earlier on, and it just kept coming up, you know, government, you know, like even government stuff saying, here's an update.
Yeah.
Then this update would happen, and that update would happen and go.
I keep getting emails. I guess every single thing I've ever been subscribed to is sending something through. I've been like,
Feels like that.
I didn't know I was getting emails from this person.
I've been getting the same.
It's just funny when the shoe company tells you what they're doing to control infection.
Yep, our pool control people, and this one, CV24, in this context is about, problem solving goes out the window. So something about it, and probably because it's activating your anxiety, you know, so there's probably a little, I don't know, self-worth, self-esteem, something around the anxiety, especially when you're not speaking and you're hearing people trying to finish your words.
I don't like the thing with the stutter when I start tripping up on specific words, like not just the stumble, which I'm used to, but the
Repetition?
Yeah. That
Sorry,
part of it.
just
That's
did
okay. Sometimes the word won't even come out.
Yeah.
So I understand when people finish it for me, because like with my partner specifically, she knows that sometimes the word will not leave my mouth.
Yeah.
So in her case, she's putting me out of my misery. And I appreciate that. But after the first part of it kicks in, I then am aware that the stutter has started, and then it's even worse because I know it started and I can't make it stop.
Yeah.
But I'm stuck being aware that it's happening, which is not a fun way to be. And like I said, I always overanalyze myself, so that gets